Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sierra, and this is Sierra the Book Addict. Today, we're going to be doing a little bit of a late video. So this is going to be what I read in February. I know, it is like the 8th or something of March. Leave me alone. I've had my terms. Anyway. I read 9 books in the month of February. So, we're going to talk about them. 4 are physical, and the rest are all digital. And I apologize if you can see my microphone in the camera. It's new, I'm still trying to figure out how to place things. Be nice. So the first book I read this month was Legendary by Stephanie Garber, and this is the second book to the series Carnival. There are 3 books, so it is a series. I'm going to be doing a special video very soon of me discussing all 3 books, so I'm not going to go into super a lot of details, but basically, we learn a lot of details about who Legend is, and we get down to its point of view. So, yeah, that was cool. Anyway, I'll talk more about that in the future, but that's all you're getting from me for today. The second book is The Bad Beginning by Lemony Snicket. Now, I've read the series probably three times as a child. It's been years, so I thought I would reread all of them. And this is the first one if you've never seen the series. It's beautiful. I am so sorry. And yeah, so basically this is just kind of the introduction of the 3 children, the tragedy that goes on, and you get introduced to Count Olaf. Ooh, that man. And also, like, Justice Strauss and Mr. Poe, we find out, like, kind of just how horrible Mr. Poe can be. It comes up later in the rest of the books, but yeah, and I think these are such stunning covers, and the inside papers are beautiful. Hardback, and I just like the personal letter on the back. That's cool. Yeah, and so I'll be reading 1 a month for the 13 months, because there's 13 books. So, yeah, this was really good. So I did not tell you what I gave each book. So for Legendary, I gave 4 stars. For this guy, I gave 3, just because. So the next book I'm going to be talking about, keep looking down my phone, is The Taster by V.S. Alexander. And if you saw on my Instagram, she actually said thank you for the beautiful description that I put, so that was really cool. It's basically about a young German girl who essentially goes and lives with her aunt and uncle, who are big fascists, or, because during World War II. And the uncle, who's a policeman, gets her job with the Nazis, and essentially she is in the kitchen tasting all of Hitler's foods for poisons. And she falls in love with, I think he's like a colonel or something, and she finds out he's kind of against Hitler, so she's basically trying to survive just for him. But she thinks he's dead, but she keeps going on, and it's just a really emotional book that does include, like, very serious topics like suicide, poisoning, graphic scenes of war, suicide, I know I said that, double suicide, and rape. So please be warned when you read this, but it was super good. I highly recommend checking it out. I gave it a 4 stars just because I wasn't totally blown away by it, but it was really good. So the next book that I'm going to talk about is A Study of Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro. And this is the series. This is the Sherlock Holmes series. I love the series so much. The first book was fantastic. So it's basically Watson Holmes' great-grandchildren. They meet at boarding school, Holmes' granddaughter and Watson's grandson. And they're solving a murder of why one of the boys in their school got murdered and why they were considered framed for it. And also almost a death for another student. And kind of the basic of what's going on, and it also has to deal with the Moriartys. If you don't know anything about Sherlock Holmes, that's kind of like one of Holmes's bigger enemies in the series, and in the series as well. And they're so fun. I listened to this as an audiobook, and they are fantastic. I actually have all 4 books now on script, and I just finished watching the second, but you're not going to find out more about that until my March, what I read in March, so that's that, but definitely go listen. They're fantastic middle grade that are dark and twisted and super fun. So the next book I read is a uni book, and it is The Forgotten Truth of Common Version of World Religions by Houston Smith. So this is a uni book. Oh, so I forgot to mention that I think I did mention actually 4 stars for Charlotte. Anyway, this was really complicated. Like, I get some of it. It's just metaphysics, so basically, like, thinking outside the box of, like, in the terms of, like, ghosts and spirits and things like that. And he takes it into a very interesting way, but he just has so many references that it's hard to understand, and also just complicated itself. Unless you're really up to a challenge, I won't recommend reading this unless this interests you, but I won't be keeping this. I'll be definitely putting this in my bye-bye pile. I always have a bye-bye pile for all the books I don't want to keep during my college semester, and since this is the last semester, I'm not going to be having more, but this guy is definitely going in the bye-bye pile. So, yeah. I think I gave it 3 stars. I did. The next book was Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. Oh my god. This book killed me. Oh, it was traumatic, it was funny, it was just wild. So it's about a woman named Eleanor who she basically is trying to, she has a simple life. She was abused badly by her mother as a child, and she kind of like pushed away those memories, so she's trying to live like the simple, simplistic life, but also try and battle with her mental health. And she befriends the IT guy at her work, Raymond, and they become like these cute best friend type of things. And they manage to do that while rescuing an old man who basically had a heart attack. And he starts taking her to parties and meeting his mother and just showing her how to be a true human being with friends. And it's so beautiful, and it's also sad. And please go read this book if you haven't. It is fantastic. I give it 5 stars. So good. I even put this in my favorite, like, my wish list, because I want a copy forever, just to reread over and over again, because it was so good. The next book I read was The Borrowers by Mary Norton. So I have the entire series, and I've read this maybe 3 or 4 times as a small child, but I haven't read this in years, and I thought it was overdue, so here it is. I love the cover to these. They are so cute. And I love Mary Norton's books. I have quite a few of them actually. So these are just great. So if you don't know what these are about small people that live in a house underneath the floor. They borrow things, technically stealing. And they get discovered by a young boy who is visiting the old lady that lives in the house. And things become awry. And it becomes this whole adventure. And it's told by the boy's sister, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful book. And it was so much fun to reread, actually. I mean, the second one this month, so I haven't gotten to that, but I will be, and it'll be in my next video of what I read from March. So yeah, I believe I gave this guy either 3, no, I gave this 4 stars. 4 stars. The next book, and my last physical book for the month, is also another school book. And this is Civilization and Its Discounts by Sigmund Freud. This was interesting, but these are basically all Freud's opinions about things like love and fear, and it was interesting, but I wouldn't say that I would go out of my way to reread it again, unless you are like Freud, or you're into Freud, or you're trying to become like a psychologist or something, then maybe this would interest you, but this was not my cup of tea. And it's not stained. It's actually supposed to look like that. I know it looks like it's stained. Don't know what anyone was thinking when they published this. This is probably also going in the no-no pile. Yay. Oops. Sorry, still getting used to the microphone. Anyway, the last book in this haul is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Oh my god, guys, this by Taylor Jenkins Reid, if I didn't say that, this was so good. I listened to this as an audiobook, and I could not put this book down. It was fantastic. Like, just the drama, the fake celebrity drama, just like the plot twist in the middle. Ooh. I couldn't get enough. I read this in like 2 days. It was fantastic. I listened to the audiobook. It was great. I put this on my wish list because I want a physical copy, because it was just... If you don't know, it's about Evelyn Hugo, a fake celebrity who is basically asking a young woman to write her biography, but she doesn't really know why she picked her. And she tells her all these things, like, basically that she's bisexual, even though it wasn't a thing back then, and her kind of love, and her friendships, and also the real reason why she asked Monique to come and write her biography. It was so good. 5 stars. 5 stars. Just chef's kiss. Anyway, so that is it for this video. I hope you can hear me good, and I hope you enjoyed. I will be back with another video, hopefully Friday, because spring break, so I'm thinking about maybe filming a video every day of spring break, but we'll see. So please let me know what you thought, any comments down below, and please like this video and subscribe. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Bye.